Hello, in this series of videos we're talking about typical mistakes in TOK essays. This particular video is focused on formulating counter-arguments. It is a common assumption among TOK students that you need counter-arguments, and they're not wrong, you do. However, it is the quality of counter-arguments that matters, as well as how exactly and when and for what purpose they are used. So let's try to understand counter-arguments step by step. First of all, what is the difference between claims and arguments, counterclaims and counterarguments? In this video, I will define a claim as a statement and an argument as a statement together with reasons and evidence that is used to back it up. So a claim is just a statement, but when you provide a justification to it, it becomes an argument. Similarly, a counterclaim backed up by a justification becomes a counterargument. As you can see, I will use the terms counterclaim and counterargument more or less interchangeably. A typical mistake that is very common among TOK students is to assume that a counterclaim is just the negation of a claim. For example, suppose your claim is, "Dogs are beautiful." Many students seem to think that the counterclaim in this situation should be, "Dogs are not beautiful" or "Dogs are ugly," and that they should find evidence to support this statement. It's not true. Counterclaims don't have to be a direct negation of the claim. In fact, many such counterclaims turn out to be quite weak, so in many cases I would actually advise against it. A counterclaim is a statement that finds some flaw with the claim. It doesn't have to completely negate the claim. It can outline a limitation that the claim has, or a faulty assumption upon which the claim is based, or the circumstances in which the claim does not apply. Let me improvise some examples of counterclaims to the claim, "Dogs are beautiful." Counterclaim 1. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so the statement is incomplete without saying whose perspective is involved. We could have said, "Dogs are beautiful from the perspective of us humans," and this would have made the claim more complete and meaningful. In this example, I outlined the limitation with the claim. Counterclaim 2. The statement "dogs are beautiful" is implicitly based on the assumption that aesthetic judgments may be universal. In other words, that we can speak of beauty as a universal property that everybody will agree upon, in the same way as we speak about color or mass or distance. Some may say that it is a faulty assumption and that claims like this cannot be made. That saying, "I find dogs beautiful" is okay, but saying "dogs are beautiful" is wrong. In this example, I identified a potentially faulty assumption upon which the claim is based. Counterclaim 3. The statement "dogs are beautiful" is absolute. It suggests that dogs are beautiful everywhere and at all times. But this is not true. Some dogs are not beautiful. There are circumstances in which even the most beautiful dogs may not be that beautiful. For example, when the dog is having a bad day. In this last example, I found some circumstances in which the claim does not apply. All these are examples of counterclaims, and once they get substantiated, counterarguments. These counterclaims are better than simply negating the statement and claiming that dogs are ugly, because each of these counterclaims may actually be the beginning of an investigation and further inquiry. Look at this. The claim is "dogs are beautiful." The counterclaim is "beauty is in the eye of the beholder," so we need to specify that it is us humans that find dogs beautiful. Then this raises a bunch of other questions. Do other animals find dogs beautiful? Why do we humans find dogs beautiful? Do all humans find dogs equally beautiful? What does it depend on? As you can see, this counterclaim opens some doors and allows me to investigate the question further and deeper in my TOK essay. Our second example. The claim is "dogs are beautiful." The counterclaim is, this statement is based on the faulty assumption that beauty is universal. Again, this raises a bunch of extra questions. Can aesthetic properties be universal? If they cannot, are they just the same as statements of taste? Is saying "this painting by Picasso is beautiful" the same as saying "these dumplings are delicious"? Is beauty just a matter of taste and personal preference, or something bigger than that? As you can see, again, the counterclaim opened the door to a potentially interesting TOK investigation. Our third example. The claim is dogs are beautiful. The counterclaim is that all dogs cannot be beautiful everywhere and at all times. Well, then it would be interesting to specify when exactly and which dogs exactly are beautiful and under what circumstances. This could eventually lead to a more refined version of my claim, something like, bulldogs are beautiful when they're not hungry. That's progress. The argument has developed. Compare this to a situation when you simply negate the claim. You will end up with groundless restatements of the same position, without any further development. Dogs are beautiful. No, they are ugly. No, they are beautiful. No, they are ugly. And so on. To summarize, a counter-argument is not simply a negation of the argument. It is finding a flaw with the argument and explaining what the flaw is. Sometimes in a counterclaim you agree with the claim in general, but you say that under some circumstances it is not true. This way, counter-arguments are constructive, and they make you develop your thinking and arrive at balanced conclusions. In many ways, good counter-arguments translate into a good TOK essay, so pay close attention to the quality of your counter-arguments. Themantic Education provides a range of resources to support teachers and students of TOK. We have a brand new TOK textbook, downloadable resources, many of which are free, a TOK blog, a Facebook group for TOK teachers. Click on the link in the description to check out our website. Thank you for watching. See you next time.